what I have posted, but I also have a ton of new stuff. I mean, there's so much new stuff to show you. Um, who knows how long I'll be here? Uh, I am I am offering this little doohickamabob as a free gift today. It is, I think it's supposed to be the time turner from Harry Potter. It's a necklace. It's got one of these like little kinds of, spooky clasp thingy noodles. Um, anyways, and it is a um, little, what do you call those? Hourglass? It's a little hourglass that rotates not only left and right, which is a fantastic fun spinner, but also gyroscopically up and down. So this will be the little freebie givey later, um, once we get a bunch of folks in. So hey, Eternal Charm, good to see you, girl. I'm just gonna load that givey for later. Had 8 people in. That is fantastic. Love seeing that. I don't even know where to start. Let me get this givey loaded, and then I was hoping that I could. But yes, go ahead. Check out the bin. I have just an absolute ton. I mean, I probably have a good, I don't even know, 100 pieces or more. It feels like it anyway. Quantity 1, shipping profile. I guess 1 to 3 ounces. And this will be a follower givey. Confirm. Okay. I got that all uploaded. And yeah, I think once I get to like a dozen people in the chat or a dozen people in the show, I'll run that givey. So yeah. All right. So like I said, I have 93 items in my bin, folks. Like, I've been busy. So how about we start with a couple bin help words, bin flash sales. I'm there. Okay. So let's go to, hey Terrence, good to see you, girl. Okay. So first up, I have this in the bin as a flash sale. It is handcrafted. It is wood burned on reclaimed barnwood, and it is a mushroom and crescent moon design, and it has a little like toothy hanger on the back. So yeah. So I'm gonna run this, and let me see. Mush. Made up if I could spell. Mush. Here we go. Product action, start flash sale. So I would normally sell this for 16, and today you can snag it for 12. So I am running this special right now because I have a bunch of handmade goods that need homes, and I am looking to make some space so I can make more things. So get those bids in. We're in the red. There's like 5 seconds left. I got my Heal Your Trauma today. Thank you, Fashion. Absolutely, Taryn. Yes, I am very diligent about getting my items packed and sent within 24 hours. Most items I have packaged and shipped by like within 12. It depends on what time of day. So like sales from this evening will go out tomorrow. Yeah. So yeah. Keep an eye out. And like I said, if there are things in the bin that you would like to see, I have most things here. So yeah. One of the things I am really excited to roll out to you guys, I have spent an absolute ton of time making these Poppet crafting kits. Now I have five different kits here today. And on the back, you can see what's all in them. So for example, this one here, let me get this pinned here. Poppet, P-O-P-P-E-T, Poppet kit. Here we go. So I have these normally selling for $13, and I have them on flash sale for $11.05 today. And so I'm just going to open one so you can see what's in there. So the first thing you'll get is this very hefty little booklet that tells you all about poppets. Okay, so it has this nice, and it is like double-sided, right? So it'll tell you the lore of poppets, how to, like, why you would create a poppet, how to dispose of it. There's like a no-sew method. There is a sewing method. There's also, a ritual in here for how to bless your poppet. So yeah, how to do it with as a candle spell. I mean, everything that you would want to know about working with a poppet is right here. So that's honestly, big boon right there. I have it all typed out and ready for you and ready to go. And then on top of that, in this kit, you're going to get 2 pieces of fabric that I chose as to go with that theme. And so this one is called Bring the Love. And you can interpret that however you want, but this one has some pretty like rose floral fabric. And I actually make all of my poppet squares from discarded quilt ends. So I came across a local lady who does quilting and sewing, and she had a bunch of odds and ends of things that she could not use or did not want anymore. And I was like, girl, I'll take them. I didn't know at the time what I was going to do with them, but that is normally how things go for me. So as well, so the other things that you'll find in the Bring the Love kit is I have an herb stuffing blend that I created that is in there, as well as some Spanish moss. And the Spanish moss is like traditional poppet stuffing, and then the herbs are just to add like some extra herbal magic to this. And then let's see what else. I include a needle and thread, and I have all the needles and threads packaged like this, so you're not just going to come across a loose needle in there. And there is enough string wrapped around this little card here to sew one poppet. And then I also included 3 little stones. So these are Dragon's Blood Jasper. So then, like I said, these are all in these little bags. You're like, how are you fitting all this in one little bag? Very carefully. So, and obviously each kit is going to have a specific color string. So like I chose the pink string, obviously, for the Bring the Love kit, but I used, red string and blue string and green string, whatever I felt would be best for that kit. I included it, and they all come in these little bags, and it says what the kit is on the front. So I'm going to gently put all of these things back in this bag, and I will go over the flavors that I have here with me today. I've made a bunch of different kits. I only have about half of the kinds that I have made up, but if you all are in love with arts and crafts like I am, I will make my other flavors available to you at a future show. Because, I'm doing these Magic Mondays, I don't know, until you're bored of them, I guess. But they're honestly my favorite thing to do. And being that I have over 20 years of witchcraft experience, and I have run a magic shop, like a spiritual magic shop, not like pull a card and, sleight of hand, not that kind of magic. Not sleight of hand kind of magic, but like actual connecting with the earth kind of magic. Well, anyways, for over 7 years. And so anyways, so that's the Bring the Love kit. I also have one for releasing and healing grief. That's this one. And so again, this will have the fabric, the instructions, the string, the needle, 3 crystals, as well as a special herb blend that's specific to releasing and healing grief. And then I also have an inner healing poppet kit. The inner healing poppet kit is made for just that. That's for emotional healing, spiritual healing. And so if you're like, what shape do I make the poppet? The instructions do kind of go over shapes. Like you could make a shape in the shape of an animal and make like a little poppet for your pet, So if you feel like your pet could use a little inner healing, make one that's relatively animal shaped, right? We don't have to be artists or, perfect crafters to use these kits. The whole idea is that you, utilize it to the best of your ability, and intention is like 98% of it, right? The other 2% maybe is not stabbing yourself too much with the needle as you sew. So yeah, so like I said, I have this inner healing one, and this has some really pretty fabric. And I do have a couple, like some of them, like the inner healing one. There's one that's yellow, and then this one has like a little star pattern on it. Um, Also, I created a puppet kit to deal with holiday stress and BS, but I think that even though the major holiday, well, I would like to say most holidays are over, you can still use this to manage stress and overall BS in your life. Um, so yeah, so this contains like, the herb blend, the crystals, the thread, and all of that. So I have 2 of them. I have one that's with like a red sort of bandana like fabric. It's not actually a bandana, it's fabric with a print. And then this one is this black and white, sort of like, I don't know, X hashy mark kind of fabric. So I have 2 of those. And then I have 3 of the Attract Happiness kits. So again, this is to attract happiness into your life, joy, contentment, that sort of thing. And part of that, right, is like for good mental health, but also, to help get through sort of the seasonal affective disorder, right? Because we're all kind of dealing with that. I guess people in the snowier regions maybe a little more than others, but we all are affected by the seasons in some capacity no matter where we live. So I have some of these attracting happiness. And attracting happiness can mean lots of things, right? It could be the actual feeling of happiness. It could also mean like attracting opportunities to your life that could bring happiness. So maybe that attracting happiness for you would be like, you know, finding that perfect apartment or perfect house. Maybe that means finding a better job or a different job. If you sit down and think, what would make me happy? What, in the near future, those are the kinds of intentions you want to put in while you're stuffing and sewing your little poppet. So, all right. Now that I've given you a little rundown of each little kit, I am going to run that special. And like I said, I normally sell these for $13 a piece, but I'm giving y'all a 15% off discount. And I tell you, I have put tons of work into these, not only these squares, I have cut all these squares. I have cut all the fabric. I've sourced all the materials. I've also created all the blends. I have stuffed all those little bags that have all the blends and poppet stuffing in. So these things are worth way more than $11. But like I said, I have a bunch of inventory that I've created, and I would love for them to find homes. And if that means giving y'all a little sale, you know what? I'm here for it, because ultimately I create these items for you. I don't create them for me. I mean, they bring me joy and they allow me to flex my magic muscles, but ultimately I create them to find homes. So, oh, hooray. Well, thank you. It looks like I had a sale of the Papa Kit. I love that. I love that. And then in the comments, exactly, I put tons of energy into everything I craft. For the person making the purchase, which uh, which kit would you like? Oh, you want to attract happiness. Got it. Okay. So I would, let's see, Two Hustlers in Love. You have an attract happiness one. Um, yeah. And so if anyone else is interested, I do have 9 left that is available. And yeah, I would run that flash sale for y'all again in case you missed it the first time because they're only 30-second runs. So what are the kits? Oh, hey, Andrea. So these, I put together a bunch of poppet kits, and these are made to craft your own poppet, and I made 5 different flavors. I just sold the Attract Happiness one, and I have 2 more of those left. I also have just one Bring the Love. Um, Bring the Love is for attracting love, into your life, whatever that looks like for you. If that means self-love, if that means romantic love, if that means a solid friendship, or even if it's improving relationships that you already have in your life. So say you're already with a partner and you're like, okay, things are a little stale or things aren't exactly where I need them to be to meet my emotional needs. Bring the Love would be really great for that. And all of them include a herb blend that I made myself, puppet stuffing that I bagged in there. It's Spanish moss. It also includes a needle and thread, 2 pieces of fabric that I cut, and a nice like 3-page pamphlet about how, the lore of puppets, how to craft a puppet both with a sewing method and a no sewing method, as well as disposing of your puppet and doing a candle magic spell with your puppet. So if folks popping in, if you are interested in me running a flash sale today, I did run it once, but I have 9 more of these kits available, and I would gladly run the sale again if folks are interested in the other puppet kits. So aside from Bring the Love, I have 2 more Attract Happiness, 2 that is for releasing and healing grief, 2 that are for inner healing, and 2 that are for dealing with stress and BS. And yeah, so again, and I'm sure if you've attended my shows before, especially my magic witchy shows, you know that a lot of my magic that I do, a lot of, especially my pre-made things, either kits or pre-made products, um, have a lot to do with like working on mental health, working on yourself, and manifesting, protection, that sort of thing. Those are like my top tier magic things. I'll purchase the inner healing one, please. Okay, I will run that flash sale again for the Poppet Kit, Andrea. And again, you can use these on yourself or you can create them for someone else. So if someone else needs healing, you can create a little like grandma, healing doll. And it doesn't have to be a person shape. Okay, Andrea, I will set aside an inner healing for you. You can create whatever shape you want. You could do it for your pets. You can do it for grandma. You can do it for yourself. Whatever it is, puppets are sort of this universal little tool. So awesome. I love that. Well, y'all know that I have them and they are in my bin. So if you're like, hey, could you run that flash sale again? Because it won't let you straight out purchase things that are marked for flash sales. So I would have to run it. So just let me know. And like I said, I have a ton of stuff marked as flash sale in my bin today, as well as a bunch of stuff to show you behind me. I have absolutely loaded my table and my bin with new things you have never seen. So let me get these set aside and make sure I have them marked down for the right people, so I don't get those mixed up. I will walk away briefly, but you'll be able to take a look at everything I have behind me, and then let me know if you want to see anything when I come back. And then okay. Great. All right. I am back to party. So, in case you saw anything in the back, just let me know. Otherwise, next thing up. So I created a whole ton of crystal kits this summer. So let me get these pulled up. Here we go. So I normally sell these for 12, and today I'm letting them go for 9 as a flash sale. So I'm going to pin this item so you know what I'm talking about. So these bag crystal sets, they come with 5 different crystals. And the nice thing is, I know in previous shows, people are like, what does this stone do? What does that stone do? And I'm like, don't worry, boo, I got you. And so, for example, I have this one is called the Flowing Fortune Set. And so the Flowing Fortune Set, I wrote a little description at the top of the card. And I create all my own labels for better or worse. I do it because I like to do it, but also it's an easy way for me to, um, what's um, communicate my intent, communicate what you do with them or what they're for. And so, like I said, this one's called the Flowing Fortune Set. And it says, unlock the flow of abundance in your life with the Flowing Fortune Crystal Set. This powerful collection of crystals is designed to help you release what's holding you back and welcome prosperity, good fortune, and success. Each stone has been carefully chosen to work in harmony, creating a supportive energy field that attracts opportunities and helps you build a secure foundation for wealth. And so this set has honey calcite, citrine, green aventurine, mookate jasper, and pyrite. And then I also under under each stone type, it tells you like why I chose that specific stone. So for like under honey calcite, I wrote for overcoming obstacles to manifest a positive outcome. And under citrine, I wrote for promoting abundance, overcoming fear and self doubt. Green aventurine for prosperity and good fortune and to attract opportunity. Mookate jasper for creating a secure base to build and attract resources for prosperity. And pyrite for acting as a money magnet and fostering a positive mindset towards money. So, I mean, all of us can use a little more financial stability, right? And yeah, so I got you, boo. So, how about we start? I have a bunch of different sets. I'm going to run this one first. I have 6 of these made. So, if you want one, now's your time to claim it. Again, I'm running all my crystal sets as a flash sale today. So if you want it, you get all 5 crystals for $9 in this cute little mesh bag. Awesome. Oh, hey, Catrice. Girl, I sent your other box out this morning. So excited for you. Yeah, and then comes with all of them come with an info card, so you don't even have to worry about what to do with them or why they're in that set. I tell you right there. So, yeah. And so I have a few of these. If you want another one, or if you want one, make sure you're snagging it. I once this flash sale completes. Okay. So I have these flowing fortune sets. And I do, if you look at my bin item, it does list all of the crystal sets that are included in this flash sale. So if you're like, oh, could you run this again? Oh, thank you, Two Hustlers. I put a lot of love and thought into everything that I do. And I love me some crystals, right? And just as much as the next witch. And so, yeah. Anyways, so that is this one. I'm gonna grab Okay, so this one actually is for Catrice. Great. Okay, next crystal set. You're very welcome, Catrice. Oh my goodness. Okay, so the next one is the Emotional Alchemy set. Oh, I realized I thought I was showing you and I was really not in the camera. So, and these have nice big hefty rocks. And so, like I said, this is Emotional Alchemy set. It says, experience the transformative power of the Emotional Alchemy crystal set. Designed to guide you on a journey of healing and self discovery, this curated collection of crystals is your ally in turning emotional turmoil into inner harmony and peace. Each stone is carefully selected to work in concert, helping you release what no longer serves you while embracing a future filled with love and tranquility. I mean, honestly, who can't live without that? So, again, this is called the Emotional Alchemy set. And so, in it is green jasper, green aventurine, green calcite, mookaite jasper, and diopside. And if you're like, whoa, some of those were in the other kit, yes, because the same stone has many different properties. And when they're combined with other stones, they create a totally different vibe. So, with that, the green jasper in this set is for reducing stress and anxiety and enhancing self acceptance. The green aventurine is to let go of difficult memories and promote inner harmony. The green calcite is for fostering a sense of joy and tranquility and emotional balance. The mookaite jasper is for a sense of calm, inner strength, and grounding. And diopside is for releasing negative patterns, love, and compassion. So I'm going to run the Emotional Alchemy set next. And like I said, it's running at a flash sale. So if you would like to snag some Emotional Alchemy crystals, just know they are up and running right now. And like I said, I normally sell my kits for 12 and I am letting them go for 9 today. So get on in there and you get 5 crystals and all the info you need to use these. So, yeah. And then once this flash sale concludes, I'm going to move on to the next crystal set. And I can't wait to share it with you. Okay. Thanks for taking a look at that. Okay. So the next one in this flash sale is called the Radiant Path Collection. And so the Radiant Path, it says, unlock your potential and embrace a life of positivity with this powerful crystal set. Carefully curated to support your journey, each stone works in harmony to foster positive transformation, love, and vitality. This collection helps to cultivate a positive outlook and emotional healing while also offering grounding, compassion, and inner peace. Find clarity, protection, and a sense of calm as you navigate life's challenges. And so in here is garnet, pink zebra, unakite or unikite, I'm not sure, I've heard it both ways, amethyst, and biotite, which is also black mica. And so the garnet I have in here for positive transformation, love, passion, commitment, and vitality. Pink zebra for promoting a positive outlook, emotional healing, and contentment. Unikite for compassion, grounding, gratitude, and empathy. Amethyst for positive thinking, inner peace, and stress relief. Biotite or black mica for protection, clarity, and grounding. And so if you would like to snag a Radiant Path crystal set, I am running that flash sale right now. So get on in there. And so, yep, you see it comes in. It's a beautiful set. And I use all rough stones in my kits. I like the feel of the natural stone. I don't tend to use smoothed crystals because I feel that I connect with the stone's energy when I can feel all of its unique textures. So that's the other thing about my crystal sets. Yeah. Oh, thank you, hustlers. To hustlers in love. Just snagged a kit. Love, love it. So I'll add that to your collection. Hooray. Okay. So next up is the Aura Alignment Set. And so the Aura Alignment Set helps bring all aspects of your energy field into harmony. And so this kit includes clear quartz, lepidolite, biotite, hematoid quartz, or fire quartz. That's the other market name. And then blue apatite. So clear quartz is for harmonizing the mind, body, and spirit. Lepidolite is for overcoming emotional and mental strife. Biotite is for protection, clarity, and grounding. Hematoid quartz is for emotional stability, inner strength, and confidence. And blue apatite is for self expression, creativity, and spiritual growth. So, if you want to work on your energetic body, your spiritual body, like your spiritual energy, your overall vibe, as well as your connection to the spiritual world, the Aura Alignment Kit will help you get there. So I'm going to run this flash sale for $9. All right. And so the Aura Alignment Kit is running right now. And again, if you happen to miss the first few sets of crystals in this flash sale, just know I have a full list, I think, in my in the bin listing, but I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, you can just check. Just check with me. Well, anyways, so Aura Alignment is going for another couple seconds. All right. Sounds good. Well, thanks for taking a look at that. All right. So the next one up is the Mindful Meditation Set. And so the Mindful Meditation Set, it says this powerful crystal set connects spiritual growth and rising to a higher state of being being peace, calm, and a quiet mind, perfect for meditation and deep thought. So it's a higher state of being, peace, calm, and a quiet mind, perfect for meditation and deep thought. And so the stones in this is aquamarine, epidote, dragon's blood, amethyst, and fuchsite. Fuchsite. I say fuchsite, but it looks like fucksite to me. Pretty sure that's not it. I don't know. I just kind of go with the flow. Anyway, so the aquamarine is for enhancing communication, spiritual awareness, and calm. Epidote is for releasing negative emotions and blockages, preventing connection. Dragon's blood is for grounding emotional balance and feeling centered. Amethyst is for positive thinking and accessing higher consciousness. And fuchsite is for connecting with higher realms, intuition, and spiritual growth. So if you are looking for some help with your spiritual growth and meditation, I am going to run this flash sale item right now. So this is the one that's up. Mindful meditation. So yeah. And like I said, it's connecting your spiritual growth and rising to a higher state of being for peace, calm, and quieting the mind, and perfect for meditation and deep thought. So if any of that is calling to you, know that this is available right now. Okay. Well, thank you for taking a look at that. And then the last one in this lineup of crystal sets is the witch's third eye. And so unlock your inner sight with the witch's third eye set, a powerful collection of crystals designed to awaken your intuition and deepen your spiritual connection. This carefully curated set is your key to accessing higher wisdom, enhancing your natural abilities, and navigating the world with clarity and confidence. Each stone in this collection works synergistically to open and activate your third eye chakra, which is this one, right? Empowering you to see beyond the veil and trust your inner knowing. And so in this set, that's a big boys. Blue calcite, ritzolite, larvacite, clear quartz, and lepidolite. And so the blue calcite is for enhancing intuition, emotional clarity for empaths. Ritzolite is for enhancing psychic abilities and spiritual enlightenment. Larvacite is for shielding against negative energy and spiritual insight. Clear quartz is for amplifying energy and thought, mental clarity. And lepidolite is for fostering intuition, spiritual connections, and divine insight. So if you would like to, open that third eye and work on that sort of like that inner knowing, that intuition, right? Working on your intuition. This will certainly help you get there. So I'm going to run this as a flash sale. And again, it is all 5 stones, and they are all rough stones. You can see that here. They're all rough. And so you'll be able to experience like the individual textures of the stones, which I really appreciate. I'm a very texturally, thank you to Hustlers in Love. I appreciate the purchase. That's lovely. Yeah. And it's a very easy to use kind of magic too. So if you're new to working with crystals or with any kind of spiritual enhancement like that, these crystal sets make it super easy. Yes, absolutely. I am so pleased that you are enjoying so many of my different items. That's so fantastic. Okay, so we're moving on from the crystal sets, and the next thing is my bath soaks. So let me see. I normally sell these for 12, and I have them on. I'm going to pin this right now. So I have, I believe, 6 different ones. And these I actually did list. I said I listed the crystal sets, but apparently I did not, because I was like trying to get everything loaded before the thing. But the bath soaks I have one for new moon, for the full moon, rejuvenation, visionary, bye-bye bad energy, which I see I have a typo, magical reboot, and I think that's it. But each one I make with a botanical blend, which are, plants that I either curate or harvest myself. So I blend the herbs together, and then I mix it with Epsom salt as a base. And then I add things like chunky Himalayan pink salt. I've added red Alea salt, which is sea salt that is enhanced with red clay from Hawaii. And yeah, the full moon is coming up. Is it the January? I thought there was one around the 2nd, but maybe I'm thinking of the new moon. But yes, if you are into moon magic, I got you. So let's start with the moons. I'm going to moon you. Okay, so let's do new moon. So it comes in a glass jar with a cork top. And I'll try not to tip it too far, but you can see. So this one is made with black salt, red salt, and Epsom salt. So that's why it has this kind of coloration. And it smells so good. It has botanicals and essential oils, like I said. Okay, it is the 3rd. I thought it was closer to the beginning of the month. Yeah. So on my new moon bath soak, it says, release what no longer serves you, embrace new beginnings, and set intentions for this moon cycle. What do you want to manifest? So I have just one of these, left. Um, Wolf Supermoon. Thank you, Andrea. Yes. Okay, so let's start the flash sale. And I'll do this like I did the crystal set, where I'll just go one flavor at a time. And right now I have one new moon up for grabs. So who needs a new moon bath soak? You have 15 seconds before the flash sale ends. And so this has herbs like rosemary, and I do grind my herbs very small. That way it doesn't cause drain clogs. Some of my witchery, some of my magical advice is very practical, as in like, don't burn your house down, don't clog your plumbing. Just saying. And these here, and I should have mentioned this in the beginning, each of my jars are good for 2 to 3 baths. So even though, you're like, oh, $9 for bath soap is a lot. Yeah, but you're getting 3 baths out of it. So, I think that's worth it, especially with all the like time and energy that goes into me hand grinding these herbs with my mortar and pestle. Right? Thank you, Two Hustlers. I appreciate that you see the value in my work, because, yeah, I certainly put a lot of love and energy into everything I do. So I have two. Where are you? Where's Fulva? Oh, my goodness. So I have 2 full moons. I have one that's in this kind of jar and the other one that's in this kind of jar. They are the same amount. They just, well, actually, no, that's not true. I think this is 6 ounces and this is 4 ounces. So for the 4 ounce, I'll run this a bit cheaper, but I'm going to run the 6 ounce first. So again, this is for the full moon. And like the chat was saying, the full moon is coming up on January 3rd. And again, so I also want to point out for folks, in case you're like, I am just not a bath person. That's fair. Either you don't like baths, you hate getting up and down out of a wet tub, or, maybe you don't have a tub, which is my case. I do not have a tub. My house apparently does not have one. And I'm like, who doesn't have a tub in their house? Apparently me. And I found a solution to that. Actually, a few of them, because not only am I a crafty witch, I am also a, I like to find loopholes. And my loophole to the whole tub bath issue is, one, you can put it in a little mesh bag, like the ones I use for my crystal sets. Put them in a little mesh bag, and then hang it over your shower head and take it like a shower tea. So then the water, right, the hot water will go through the bag and through the salt and the herbs and stuff, and then onto you. So you can do a ritual shower for that, which will be a lot easier for folks with mobility issues or with no tub. You can also dissolve some of it in warm water and then strain it with like a little mesh sieve and put it in a spray bottle. And then just use it like a cleansing spray. You can also do it as a foot soak if you have a little, like one of those little like electric soak foot tub thingies, or if you just have a plastic little basin like I do, you just put a couple tablespoons in there with some warm water and soak your feet. There's more than one way to do it. And the bath is, I call it bath soaks, but it's really, add water and human and, work the spell kind of a thing. So anyways, full moon soak, which again, someone had mentioned in the chat that it's coming up on the 3rd of January. And it says, Lunar goddess magic, bathing during the full moon to aid with psychic communications and visions, dream magic, divination, and spiritual growth. Feel energetically uplifted, blessed with good luck, and in touch with your inner self. So, I'm going to run this 6-ounce jar of the blend, and that'll be my flash sale item. Start flash sale. Boom. There we go. So, again, even though it says it's a bath soak, it can be used in many different ways, like in the shower, as a, dissolved in some warm water for a spray, a foot soak. Even if you just dissolve some, like you put the plug on your sink in the bathroom and put some in some warm water. And then even if you just do a little like upper body, cleansing with it, honestly, I don't believe in gatekeeping based on mobility or, other hindrances. I think that everyone deserves to have access to magic. And that is why a lot of my products are very flexible. So, all right. So I have the full moon available still. All right. And then let's move on to the visionary soak. Did that not go through? I thought I just bought it. I don't know. Let me check. Sold. Oh, yes, it did. I must have just missed it when the little like sold text thing popped up. But I see it now in my sold list. So thank you for saying something. And I will put that full moon soak with your things. Awesome. Awesome. Nope. That's the thing about like modding my own shows is like sometimes I miss things when they happen in the moment. But I also learned that there's a handy thing called a sold tab. So I do it all the time when I'm on live. See, I'm glad I'm not alone. And I assume I'm not. And yeah, I think I'm maybe a dozen shows in to my whatnot career. And I'm still figuring stuff out. I still feel like I have 2 left hands and I'm right-handed. So yeah. Anyway. Oh, well, thank you, 2 hustlers. I appreciate the positive feedback. First time, long time. Do you have any xylophones? No, but I feel like this is one of those like, is your refrigerator running kind of questions. I do not. Yes, my refrigerator is running. No, I will not go catch it. But also, no, I do not have xylophones. I do not have. Yes, I do not have any noisemakers here today. So, hey, Tina girl, I see you popped in. Okay, so next on my magical ritual bath soak random pull / flash sale is my visionary bath soak. And so also folks popping in, I encourage you to check out the bin. I have like 100 items listed in my buy it now area. Almost everything is going to be flash sale. So if there is something that you want me to run right now, let me know in the chat. Okay. Otherwise I'm just going to keep going. I brought a bunch of stuff to show behind me as well. Many of these items are in the bin. Yeah. So just let me know if you want to look at anything closer. And yeah, I guess that's my spiel with that. So visionary bath soak. Used to enhance your psychic dream work and induce visions. So the visionary bath soak is good for exactly what it says it's good for, but also you could do this right before bed to help with like remembering your dreams, receiving messages while you dream, or even get into a lucid dreaming kind of state. You can also, if you were going to do it as a shower, maybe earlier in the day or midday before you do some divination, like reading tarot cards, doing pendulum work, that sort of thing. It could help you just have a more enriching experience while you're doing your divination, especially if you are someone who does divination professionally. It's always good to like kind of, I call it setting the stage for success, right? So the reason why I like to do lots of different kinds of magic, if it's, bath soaks, if it's, ritual sprays, if it's poppet kits, whatever, the reason why I do lots of different kinds of magic is because there are different elements that set the stage for success. So like I make the good fortune crystal set, but I also make a good fortune or good luck charm, right? Because when you work with them together, right? Like when you wear a pair of socks, you don't just wear one sock, right? You wear two socks because most people have 2 feet. So same thing with using, you know, different kinds of magic that all do the same thing together, right? They kind of just go together. Anyways, I digress. So I'm going to run the Visionary Bath Soak. I have 3 of these available. So let me run these now. Oh, geez. That's not what I wanted. I need to get back to my buy it now tab. Here we go. Okay. Flash sale. So flash sale is running for the Visionary Bath Soak. And again, I have 3 of these available, and you don't have to use them in the bath. Like I was mentioning before, you can do them as a foot soak. You can do it in a little mesh bag. Oh, thank you, 2 hustlers. Oh, I love your enthusiasm. That's so fantastic. So yeah, you could do it as a shower tea, by putting in a little mesh bag and hanging over your shower head. You can dissolve it in some warm water and use it as a spray. Really, I mean, as long as you get it wet, you can use it. I mean, I guess you could even, I do also use salt blends like this for charging and blessing tools. So like the Visionary Soak, you could also like put it in, I call them charging plates. So you put it on a little plate, you put the salt on there, and then you could use this to charge and bless any sort of your divination tools. Like you could put your deck of cards on there, you can put your pendulum on there, whatever your mode is, whatever your tool is, you can use this to charge and bless that too. So, and that's true with any of my salt blends. They're good for charging plates as well. Yeah, so like 2 hustlers, the full moon soak that you got, you can also use that to cleanse and bless jewelry, crystals, your divination tools, whatever, because full moon magic is all about blessing and charging and cleansing. That's, a lot of people are like, put your crystals out, but you can also use it to, in tandem with moonlight to cleanse and charge crystals or whatever, what have you. So you can use it dry in that way. If you are like, what if I don't want to get it wet? So my only caveat to that is I am here to educate. My only caveat to that is like with cards, because it has essential oils in it, I would either wrap your cards put them in like a little Ziploc, because it'll still get the magic through the plastic, but it'll protect your cards from getting damaged from any essential oils it may absorb. So things that tend to be absorbative, like fabrics and paper products, I would use a little magical common sense and maybe not have direct contact with your bath soak, because ultimately it's meant to get wet and be distributed on the skin in that manner. So anyways, I'm going to put this Visionary Soak with 2 hustlers pile o magic and move on to my next soak, which is Magical Reboot. Magical Reboot is one of all my bath soaks are super popular with folks, and I've been making them a really long time. And Magical Reboot, though, is the one that gets the most slaps as far as that goes, because I spent a lot of time formulating this because I do all the research myself, obviously. And so I dig in. I am a big herbalism nerd. That's why I grow a lot of the herbs I use, or I have learned to forage them in the wild. So I know a lot about, plant identification. I roam around and I like to forage plants with my friends and like cook them a wild lunch. That was fun last summer. A friend of mine, I made them wild pesto out of things that aren't typically put in pesto. And they're like, oh my God, this is amazing. This is basically a free lunch. All you do is buy the dry pasta. I'm like, I know. People need to know. Well, anyways, more of my tangents. But yes, magical reboot. That's next up. And on here it says used to improve your luck, attract money, lift depression, end miscommunication. Dandelion pesto is delicious. Actually, my pesto had um, tender baby dandelion leaves, young nettle, because nettle is so good for you. Like, I know everyone's like, but it stings. Yeah, but if you cook it, it kills the stingers, and then it's just like a superfood. Yes. And then instead of pine nuts, I use sunflower seeds and obviously a little olive oil and a smattering of butter, and then toss it with some pasta. Mwah! Chef's kiss. So, anyway, end miscommunication, ground your energy, dispel negativity, and connect to your higher self. So, all of that magic contained in this gorgeous blend. And it has a mix of Himalayan pink salt and Mediterranean sea salt, which I do have imported from the actual Mediterranean Sea region, right? Like Greece, Turkey area, where the company that I order from actually evaporates the salt in small batches, because I think sourcing my material is important, or the way I source it is important. And then it also has the Epsom salt, and an herbal blend, essential oils, and it's just, like I said, one of my top sellers. Oh, it's so just, I don't know. It's it's hard to explain the scent profile. It's kind of earthy, kind of like fresh, springy, almost like kind of like if new linen meets sort of a nice earthy smell, like laying in a forest. Anyway, that's Magical Reboot, and I have exactly one of them left. So I'm going to run this right now. Bloop. Yes. Um, in the to reiterate the whole like how you can use this dry in the like ending miscommunication and lifting depression and that sort of thing. You could even put some of this in a smaller spell jar and then put it like at your desk. So say you work at an office and people be bitching to you all day long and you're like, okay, I am so sick of this. You could create a little like reboot charm for your desk to, you know, do things like attracting money, right? I mean, who doesn't want to make more money at their work, right? But also like ending miscommunication, grounding your energy, dispelling negativity, right? All of that would be really helpful if you work in an environment where these kinds of stressors are constantly coming in and out of your space. So do yourself a favor and create, you know, a little protection charm, or I wouldn't necessarily call protection, but maybe create a magical reboot charm for your workspace. So, I mean, you could pop it in your locker if you're someone who has a locker for your job, a desk, etc., or even just keep it in your pocket, because coworkers can be such a drag. I'm just saying, which is probably why my coworkers are my cats, technically. So, all right. I don't see that anyone jumped on that, so I'm going to put the reboot down for now. And looks like, let me see, I have 2 more flavors of bath soap to get through. So the next one is Bye Bye Bad Energy. I may have you come back to that one here soon. I'm going to see what else you have at first. Sure. And if folks are like, okay, Odin, please. Oh, you want me to run Odin, Tina? I just saw your note. I can do that. All right. Let me run Odin. Bin. Odin. All right. All right, Tina. Odin is running right now. So if you would like to snag him, I did just see your note. And, you've been in my shows before, so you know that I tend to ramble on about all the things I'm passionate about. So, yay! Great. You got that snagged up. Let me just write that down. Great. Okay. Awesome. Yeah. And folks popping in, if you know what? I said I was going to do this earlier, but yes. Folks popping in, I have a ton of stuff listed in the bin, like 100 different products. So make sure you're going through there. I'm running flash sales on literally everything in the bin. So if you see something in there that you want me to run, just drop me a note in the chat and I will run that for you, that bin item for you. Otherwise, I'm just going to keep showing this stuff behind me because I have a bunch of stuff there. And I do have many things behind me that are also in the bin. So if you want to see those a little closer, just let me know. Okay. Oh, I'm gonna run my Givey. Run my Givey before I forget. Okay. Because my brain's spaghetti. All right, start giveaway. And it'll automatically draw a winner. So the Givey is actually something I have never done before. I normally just do like stickers and cool things like that, but this is actually a necklace. And it is, I think it's kind of based on the Time Turner necklace from Harry Potter. And yeah, so all you got to do is be a follower. And so this little guy, it's an hourglass that does work. So it flips over and the sand does run out. And so it flips, it spins this way and it flips this way. So it is like the best kind of fidget toy. It's cute, right? It's got this gold, like a gold colored metal. And this is the kind of latch, so no annoying little lobster clasp. It's just that stick and ring type. So it goes in and out, which is I find nice if you have minimal dexterity, right? So yeah, and then it does have some lettering. Oh, it says my use and value. Oh, hang on. My use and value unto you are gauged by what you have to do. Okay. And then the other ring. Okay. I'm playing with the thing. So the other ring, it says I mark the hours, every one, not have I yet outrun the sun. Oh, I get it. It's like hours and minutes. And then, of course, it has all these cool little star punch outs. Okay. So, anyway, you get the idea. This is the Givey. And I'm going to let that run. So make sure if you are a follower, get in that Givey. If you are not a follower, make sure to follow me and pin my future shows and then get in that drawing. And I will ship you that cool little Time Turner necklace. So, all right. Okay, this is not in the bin. This would be a random pull. But I created this, what is a Time Turner necklace? So the Time Turner necklace is from the Harry Potter movie series. Hermione gets the Time Turner necklace that helps her go back in time to like go to all of her classes and stuff. And it was one of the key things that helped them, it's from Prisoner of Azkaban. That's the one. It's this. And so basically it's just a cool necklace fidget if you aren't familiar with the Harry Potter lore. So it has a lot of spinning and it has the little hourglass, right? Which is like the turning back time thing. Anyway, it is cute. And if you're someone who's like neurospicy like me, having cool little fidget toy necklaces and jewelry is just like really good for my brain. I'm just saying. Okay, so I have one of these available. It is my Sacred Circle incense blend. And so this incense blend I created from like 6 different resin incenses, essential oils, and herbs. And it's to charge up your ritual space with positive energy, bless, consecrate, and cleanse your space. And I spent a lot of time. Yes. So you get me, Andrea. Yes, it is hard. I have, I'm on the spectrum, right? I have the autism and the ADHD. And so I only half jokingly tell people I'm 15 caffeinated squirrels in a human suit. Although my husband prefers like, 5 cats in a trench coat because you can't herd cats. Although I feel like I have a strong feral raccoon energy too. Whatever. But you get what I'm saying. It's all like same side of the coin kind of thing. It is a superpower, right? It's actually where I draw a lot of my magical energy from is my ability slash inability to commit to any one thing because I'm just like, must know everything. Oh, hooray, the drawing was drawn. The drawing was drawn and I wasn't paying attention. Who won the Givey? Is there a way that I can see? Oh, wait. Giveaways. Andrea. Thank you, Heather. I appreciate you saying that. Okay. Awesome. Okay, so Andrea, I will set this aside for you and I will ship that out. Okay. I'm so excited for you to get it. Okay, so Sacred Circle incense, like I said, and so this that makes 2 of us. I was so busy talking about how I have inattentive, an inattentive disorder and being inattentive while I was speaking about my inattentiveness. Oh, goodness. You can't fake that. I'm just saying. All right. So auction item. I might just have to run. Oh, wait, maybe I'll do this in the bin. I don't know. Is anyone interested in this incense? And so basically what you do is you would burn this. You could do it 2 ways. You do it 2 ways. One, you could burn it over, it's called hookah charcoal. It's often like the Swift Light brand. I don't have any with me today. But Swift Light charcoal, you light it. It's a little puck. It's black and it has a little cup shape. And then you just put a little bit of this and it smokes and it smells amazing. It's like sweet, it's herby, it's woodsy. And you use the smoke like you would a stick incense to cleanse and bless your space and like charge it with positivity. The herbs and resins that are in here have been used for millennium because you have like frankincense, you have myrrh, you have benzoin, you have copal. There's a couple more in there that I can't remember off the top of my head. And anyway, but and they're all ground up really fine. And anyway, they've been used for millennium for like sacred spaces, for blessing, for bringing in positivity, for honoring the deities and that sort of thing. Because so like you can burn this as an offering, you can burn this to cleanse and bless a space. Yeah, so it has many kinds of ritual uses, but if you don't have the hookah charcoal or if you are smoke sensitive or can't burn because of where you live, you can also put it in an oil burner heater thing, which I do have. I actually have exactly one that I don't have listed in the bin, but I do have it here that I was going to put as a random poll. So if y'all are interested in it, I will put it in. It's electric. It's electric. Don't leave me alone with myself. Okay. So this is my electric. I'll just knock everything on the floor while I'm at it. Okay. This is my electric oil heater. slash wax tart melter. And okay, so this is how it looks. It lights up and it changes colors. So it's like goes blue to green to purple. And if you're interested in this, this would be perfect to use with that Sacred Circle incense. You just put a little oil in here, like something like vegetable oil or something that doesn't have a smell. And as it heats up, you add a little bit of the resin, and the heat of the oil will melt and release the scent and the magic of the Sacred Circle incense. So if you are interested in this little color changing oil burner slash wax burner, let me know and I will create. Oh, right. Oh my goodness. Yeah. And because, I am who I am, all of my stuff is like scully, spooky. I'm going to maybe turn off the overhead light just for a second so you can take her in her full beauty, because this is a really cool item. Okay. Be right back. And I will turn off this light. Okay. So that makes it a little easier to see. So yeah, if you would like, yeah, that it is really soothing. I actually have a little like celestial light that I fall asleep to every night, and it creates a star pattern on my ceiling. But yeah, as you can see, it changes lots of colors, and it's all these little sort of Dia de los Muertos, like sugar skull kind of skulls. And then there's like cool little swirls and stuff. So yes, anyone interested in purchasing this, I would put this on a flash sale bin item for $15. And yeah, just let me know if that is something you're interested in, and I can create that bin item for you. So, okay. Honestly, though, even with this overhead light off, it doesn't even seem that dark in here. And I don't really like having all that light in my face, so maybe I'll just leave it off for now. Okay. I'm going to set this down. And move on to the next thing. All right. Maybe put this on. If I know how to turn it on. There we go. Okay. All right. Next up. Oh. I don't even know where. Oh, I know. So this is in the bin. I don't even know how far away I have to get from my camera so you can see this. So this is a Valhalla ladder. And so Valhalla ladders, how much is the mix? Oh, yes. The mix is $9 today. So if you would like the Sacred Circle mix, I can create a bin item for you, Tina. And thank you for asking me to circle back to that, because I was so distracted by the shiny light of my lamp that I forgot that was a thing. Ooh, shiny. Okay. 1 second. Okay. Creating a bin item for Tina. Add our witches ladders. Yes. So they have the Valhalla ladder has many different names. That is the witches ladder is a name that is associated with them. But yeah, mine, I forage all of the driftwood that is used, and it's actually driftwood that it's also beaver sticks. And by beaver sticks, I mean they were sticks that were chewed down by beavers, and so they have little teeth marks. And I'll show that once I get the bin, item. All right. Let me see. Bath. Here we go. No, that's not right. Back. Where is candles and aromatherapy? That it would be under that. I think picking categories is the hardest part in this app. Da, 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 da. Here we are. Bam. Okay. Can I? Done. Got that. And Sacred Circle incense. Quantity 1 is $9. And it is pound and confirm. Okay, Tina, I have the Sacred Circle incense in the bin for you. And I will grab this. Okay. I have a few Valhalla that are typically used with driftwood. Yes. Yeah, I don't know. Are the witches' ladders made with a different thing? Other than like other than the driftwood. Here we go. Okay, I'll set this aside for Tina. They use bone or very few pieces of wood, like 8. Oh, I see. I actually have some in the works that are made from bone. I have a bunch of foraged cow bones that are like the longer rib bone with the vertebra. So it's like trying to think of what part of the cow it's from. But anyway, it's like the chunky vertebra that would line up with the spinal cord. And then it has like a little branch off it that would then hook up to a rounder rib bone. And each rung is part of spell. Yes, I did know that. She's been a hot minute. But yes, so the one this one that I made is made out of driftwood that was also cut down by beavers. And I will show you how I know, because these ends, you can see the gnaw marks on the ends of the sticks where the beaver had gnawed it off. And then I macrame, so this is natural jute cord that I macrameed and created this hanging loop, and then I picked out these purpley beads to sort of accent it with in like these little like metal silver ones. And then this end piece, I live in a river, lots of beavers, right? Well, I live right near the Mississippi, which is where I got these from. So these are my Mississippi finds. And this is actually a large like bark knot that I found during my travel, and I put a little flower on it because, you know, I like a sweet femme vibe with my nature bits. So yeah, and it's cool because this bark knot is really smooth from like, you know, you can tell this is like the inner part of the bark. And then of course that's the outer part. And so this is smooth and that's rough. And this has just like a ton of really cool detail. So I don't see the listing in your shop. Do you use hagstone? I do use hagstones. I did not use hagstones with this, but I do use them. All right, Tina, let me see if I can find it. Sacred. Sacred. Okay. I will just pin the item so you can find it. Okay, so I have the item pinned. I guess I could just run it. Oh, I see, because I accidentally put it in as an auction item. Oh, you found it. Okay, maybe I didn't put it in an auction. Okay, awesome. Awesome. I'm glad that worked out. Okay, so can I just, there we go, cancel. All right, I will unpin that. Yes, absolutely. Thank you for letting me know. Well, okay, so I am going to run a flash sale for this Valhalla ladder that I created from Mississippi River driftwood that was cut down by beavers. And I point that out because I think that when we work with wood, which has memory, right? Wood has memory, water has memory. We work with the energy of the wood, but also the energy of the animal. And these are hung in homes or on porches as, protection. That's ultimately what these are for. They are cool protection talismans that are also really decorative. Yeah, and like I said, this one here has that large knot, like bark knot at the end, and then I put a lot of cool beading and macrame in here. So yeah, if this babe is meant for you, um, just let me know and I can run that flash sale. Any particular stones used in this one? This one does not have real stone. The beads are acrylic because I wanted ones that are very sparkly. Um, but it is, thank you. It is very pretty. And I made only two of them. The other one I sold recently at an artist market that I was participating in. And it was one that I created in dedication to the goddess Persephone. Because over the summer I did a very intense like Hecate Persephone ritual for a group of witches, and I feel that since then Persephone has really called me to work with her energy, and in working with her energy I have found ways to honor her through my art, through my witchcraft. And so yeah, so I had my Persephone ladder that I created, and then I have this sort of like water beaver nymph energy. Um, so, but this gal still needs a home. So if anyone is interested in her, yes, I got that from your name, Red Lilith, that you are indeed a Lilith fan. And any of those sort of like misunderstood, like dark goddesses are kind of my vibe. I work a lot with Hecate. I have an altar dedicated to Hecate, but I also have elements of Persephone on there. Thank you to Hustlers. I appreciate it. I mean, this piece between like foraging and drying and sanding and, you know, crafting the piece. I mean, I have weeks of time into this. Yeah, it does take forever. All the things I craft, it takes a long time. It is a labor of love. So I will put this, I'm going to hang this back up so I don't get her tangled. Um, with that, I do, if it was tomorrow, I'd buy it. Oh, I see. Well, I think I can make her available in my buy it now section. So if you do happen to be on, yes, I can bin it. I will bin it for you. And I will make most of my items available in the bin after the show is concluded. Absolutely. I love, you know, getting the things that I make to the people they belong to, right? I say this all the time that the universe tells me what to make and then tells me when, like, oh, you should bring this or you should show this or whatever, because the right person is going to see it and they need it. Like, it's getting the tools to the person at the right time. And I believe in divine timing, and I listen to the universe to the best of my ability. Because ultimately, I'm still a human somewhere in this body. Okay. Yeah. I want to. Oh, get over here. Oh. I would like to say that being 5'3" in a house that's made for a 6-foot person is challenging. That is all. So, this is my one and only Witch's Bell set that I have today. Intention is everything. Absolutely. Oh. I love supporting people who truly believe and practice what they believe because the intent is strong. Absolutely. I do too. I have always come into my witchy community just showing up fully authentic as myself. And I think that there is a lot of, oh, thank you, Red Lilith. I appreciate the share. That just is so fantastic. So anyone who may be looking for a Witch's Bell set, I have this one available. It has, the bells have these rainbow beads, and then this is a brass pentacle with a like cool like Celtic knot design. It does have one little call out over here where it got a little dinged when I was transporting it over the summer from my Pride market. But otherwise, she's in great condition. And so I'm letting her go today in a flash sale. So if you would like this Rainbow Babe, I am running that sale right now for $7.50. And like I said, I just have the one set of Witch's Bells. And they have such a beautiful sound. So yeah. So if this one is for you, you have 10 seconds left for a bid. Otherwise, it is, you can view it in my buy it now area. So if you are like, oh, wait, I'd like to see that thing again. Yeah. Okay. Oh, hooray, Red Lilith. Lovely. Well, thank you for the purchase. I appreciate you. Oh, that's so fantastic. Oh, I am so happy that this gal is finding a home. Right? Oh, and is your kiddo? And these beads are like blown glass beads, so they're not plastic. These are glass. Just to let you know. And I will set this aside for you, Red Lilith. Mm-hmm. Awesome. Oh, perfect. Yes. Yeah. I love everything rainbowy and dangly. And when I was 15, I had glow in the dark beaded curtains across my door. Beaded curtains were all the rage in the 90s. But, you know, beaded curtains have been around a long, long time. I remember my mom telling me she had beaded curtains as a kid at some point, like in her 20s. So, speaking of sparkly dangly things. Okay. Oh, geez. So, one of those things when rainbow beaded curtains that would glow in the dark right in my door. Yes. Oh my goodness, that I would fall asleep looking at those. I think mine were green and they were peace signs. I think I bought them at like the local, it was like a Dollar General, not like the actual Dollar General because that wasn't a thing then. It was called like Northern Merchandise maybe. I grew up in like a wee town in way northern Wisconsin. So, because I create whenever the universe tells me to create, sometimes that means I'm creating at 2 a.m. and that is how I come up with kooky things like this. And I lovingly call this the Dragon Horde. And so it is on a beaver stick, of course, because I love me some beaver, apparently. And all that beaver energy. And then this here is crochet. I figured out how to crochet on a stick, which I have to tell you, being someone who does not knit, that was tricky because that seems like a knitting skill, which I do not possess. But I do know how to crochet, and I did this dragon scale, and it's in a pink purple sort of ombre with just a hint of teal on the end, and then it has these purple disco ball fringes that hang under it. And so this is definitely a mixed media. I call it the Dragon Horde, and I created her during a insomnia fueled full moon cycle over the summer. So let me see here. Dragon. And I love me some dragons. I love dragon lore. I love to work with dragon energy in ritual. And so, and the other cool thing, and I don't know if you could tell from the camera, but the yarn that I used actually has a sparkle to it. So it has like little silver threads within the yarn itself. So if you are looking for just a funky, cool gift, or to take this for yourself, I have this as a flash sale right now for $18.75. And I mean, this probably took me a good 10 hours to make. And you know, when you don't sleep for 3 days, it's not too hard to do. You know, you just drink lots of coffee and try not to lose your mind. So, okay. Well, I am glad that I got to show my Dragon Horde, like little crochet weirdo art with y'all. And I will hang this back up, but if you decide that you would like to take another peek at her, I will gladly pull her down again. So, okay. Oh, goodness. Where am I going to put this? Oh, here we go. I'll put it here. Okay. On the list of things that I created that I'm super proud of, this is not in the bin because I sort of just grabbed this sort of last minute from my completed projects area, and it is, let's see if I can, maybe I might need to turn my big light on again. It's hard to show a black thing in the dark. Okay, be right back. Stay. Okay. And I've returned. Okay. So this is my Moonchild cabinet that I created. And as you can see, it has these iridescent crescent moon applique design that I created. There's one on the bottom and one on the top. And then along the side, it has the full iridescent moon phases. Thank you, Taryn. And it's on both sides. And then on the top, trying not to knock over the glass, it says Moonchild. Moonchild. And I placed every bit of these by hand. So even though I used a machine to cut out all of the decals and the lettering, I put it all together by hand and created this design. And it does have a back, and I did put on two little like toothy hangy things. So they will be able to support up to like 25, 30 pounds. And there's these little heart cutouts And the inside, hopefully you can see this and the detail isn't too lost. Oh, wait, that's a little better. There. It has 1, 2, 3, 4 shelves on the inside. So the inside has 4 shelves, and then the doors have these heart cutouts. And the paint is actually a black wash with silver glitter paint in it. So I mixed a couple different paints together to give it this black wash over natural wood. So this is actually natural wood. This is not a composite wood. It's not particle board. It's not MDR. This is actual wood. So thank you to Hustlers. And on top of that, because I'm extra into detail, I added these brass knobs, and these are textured iron hinges. I don't know if you can tell. Let me see if I can get this back right there. So you can see there's like a hammered texture. So every hinge is this beautiful hammered textured iron heavy duty hinges. So I honestly spared no detail because that's just the flavor of magic I like to do. And you can see the sparkles in the paint when I move the wood back and forth. So anyway, I have $50 on this, and I have to tell you, it is worth way more than that because I hand sanded this puppy. But I'm willing to let her go today for $50, even though I know that she's worth a lot more than that. So I'm going to create a special bin item for this Moon Child cabinet. And if anyone is interested, this is a one-of-a-kind item. I will likely never ever make another because, again, I create as the universe moves me. And I guess I'll just put it in under other. Done, because I don't want to sit here and Moon Child cabinet. Okay. Oh my goodness. Let me amplify. Derp. D. Moon Child cabinet. I have 1. I'm going to let it go for 50. And this is probably the 4 to 6 pound range. Photos variants. And confirm. Okay. So I am going to pull this up. Pin item. Okay. So I have the cabinet pinned as the pinned item. And again, if y'all are interested, I would love to find her a home. And she's gorgeous. And like I said, she will hang on the wall. She is pretty sturdy on her own. She has flat feet on the bottom. There you go. Oh, who snagged that? Thank you. Thank you, whomever. Oh, Brandy. Thank you, Brandy. I appreciate the buy. Oh, I am so happy that she's going to someone. Yes. Oh, that's so fantastic. We'll see. Yay. Yeah, and those shelves, even though it has a very slight profile, as in like it's not a big chonky shelf, I mean, it holds like the jars. My brain, where is it? Oh. So like earlier, someone had purchased this jar of my herbs and stuff. It fits this diameter item easily, and you can still close the door. So, yeah. Oh, awesome. Oh, that makes my heart happy. So, how do y'all feel about some dollar incense? So, these are stick incense. Yes. Yeah, absolutely. And in those little doorknobs and stuff, that'd be perfect for like hanging necklaces on, to use it like a little necklace holder if you have like special ritual jewelry or something. That could be cool. So yeah. But how about we run some dollar tube incense? There's 20 incense sticks in a tube. And I like to do a little dollar giveaways. Not giveaway, but you know what I mean, little dollar items. Okay, so I have this as an auction item. All right, so let me just get the flavors organized here. Oh, that way. Okay. And money. Okay. So I'm going to run the ones I just have one of first, and then the other ones I have two of. Okay. So start auction. First one up is aloe vera. That is up for $1. And aloe vera is actually my favorite scent to burn. It is fresh. You're like, well, what does aloe vera smell like? I just rub it on after the sun. It doesn't smell like anything. But this is like fresh and I don't know, just kind of like herby, grassy. So that's aloe vera. Awesome. Thank you to Hustlers. Okay. Next up, I have the Galaxy. Oh, you got random pull number So wait, you got two of them? Am I confused? No, you got the one. 1, 2. Let me see. Now I'm not sure. 1. Okay, so 2 Hustlers got the aloe vera. Great. Okay, so then next one, start auction. Next one is the Galaxy. And that's running right now. I think I'm going to shorten the auction time after this one runs. So this would be great if you're going to do some like celestial magic. The Galaxy would be good to use during moon magic, or if you're going to like contact the ancestors, I would burn the Galaxy for that. Because you know me, I'm always looking for the ritual use behind, certain incense. That's how I pick my stick incense. And again, there's 20 sticks in a tube, so it's a fantastic buy. I will set this aside. Okay, so next up, I have, start auction. I'm going to run the next one for, it doesn't let me pick. Oh, it does. Here we go. I'm going to run the next one for 15 seconds. So keep your hands on your little swiper. Start auction. The next one is called Black Love. And this is one of my more popular scents. Yeah. Oh, it just smells just like clean, a very nice clean, not too perfumey, which I always look forward to. All right. Thank you to Hustlers. Okay. Next up, I have 2 of these. I'm going to run this for 15 seconds a piece. They are Attract Money. So if you would like some Attracts Money incense, I am going to run these for 15 seconds a piece. There are 2 of them, and they're running for $1. And there we go. So hands on the swipers. Okay. 2 Hustlers is winning the first one. And so obviously it's great for money magic, right? You burn it on your altar. You can burn it and use it to like draw in that energy in like your workspace. Okay. And then I'm going to run the second one here for $1. And so this is the other Attracts Money incense. If you would like to claim this, you have like 7 seconds. So yeah, like I said, you can use this in your space to draw in that money magic. Okay, I'll put this one away for now. Next up is frankincense. Just a nice blessing, consecrating smell. Everyone knows what frankincense smells like. If not, it has sort of a citrusy, woodsy smell, I guess is a good way to explain it. So I'm going to run these for 15 seconds a piece. Get your fingers on the swipers. And they are up now. So if you would like some frankincense, incense, again, these are 20 sticks to a tube, and they are running at $1. All right, 2 Hustlers is on it. So one of these is definitely going to them, but I'll be running the second frankincense and needing a home for that. All right, thank you, 2 Hustlers. I appreciate you. All right, and let's start that auction for 15 seconds for the other tube of frankincense. So if you enjoy the smell of frankincense for like blessing and consecrating, it's also good for, like honoring the ancestors. Frankincense is one of the resins, herbs, or whatever that like ancient Egyptians used to bless the dead. So if you are someone who visits maybe the grave of a loved one, you could burn some frankincense at their grave as a way to like send that sort of honoring energy to them across the veil. Since I work with a lot of underworld deities, and I am a death doula, I always think of it from that aspect too. I'm like, what are the tools of my trade? I know, some frankincense. All right, last up, 2 tubes of dragon's blood, and this is amazing dragon's blood incense. I have tried a couple different ones, and I like this one the best. And since I test burn literally everything that comes in contact with my shop, you know that I'm for reals. So if you are into dragon's blood incense, they are running right now. I have 2 tubes of them. And yeah, they're running for $1. They are 20 sticks in a tube. Just over here sniffing everything. Everything comes pre-sniffed by me. Oh my goodness. Okay. Thank you, 2 Hustlers. Thank you. Oh my goodness. Oh goodness. Okay. So I do still have a few dollar tubes of incense in the bin. So if you are interested, well, they're not in the bin. I guess they're in the auction tab. But if you're interested, just let me know and I can run them. I have 5 left. So, okay. Next up. What's up? Oh. Okay, so these items are in the bin. These are little spell kits that I create. And so all of my spell kits, oh, here we go. I even have one. I will pin this one. Pin item. So this is my Darkness Defense kit. Let me grab that one. Darkness Defense. Okay. Darkness Defense. And so I have a few of these available. So each one of these kits comes with, and you're like, wow, that's small. Yes, it's small, but it packs a big punch, just like me. So it has 2 Wicked Woods cones in them. So they are backflow incense cones, and 1 tea light candle, which I have. I'm just going to open one so you can see. So the tea light I actually make myself. So it has crystals and herbs on it that are good for darkness defense. And just to be clear, the darkness defense is used to clear negative feelings and combat the forces of darkness. And so this helps sort of fight the inner demons and the outer demons. So this is the tea light candle that I created. As you can see, this has tansy flower. That's the yellow. The tansy flower I harvested and dried myself. And then it has some fuchsite in it. It's a green sparkly stone. And then also, I believe that is aquamarine. Yes. So it has fuchsite and aquamarine in it. That's what this other little stone is. It's sort of a pale blue. And then it has 2 incense cones and then a nice chunk of hematoid quartz. And so hematoid quartz is clear quartz that when it was developing had come in contact with hematite, which is primarily iron. And so when iron comes in contact with oxygen, it oxidizes and makes it rust, right? So it makes like a rusty color. And so it is thought that when quartz and hematite make a little rock baby, that it is excellent for protection and warding and, pushing away negativity, but also cleansing and clearing. So powerful little stone buddy. So yes, in all together, you would burn the candle with a cone incense, keep the stone nearby, and just like set your intentions, like what you're wanting to get out of the spell. I always recommend too that people write down, like, if you're using it, thank you. If you're using it to clear your negative energy, to clear your negative feelings, it's technically negative feelings. I would write down what those are. And then as the candle's burning, burn them in the candle to, transmute that energy and like release it to the ether, right? I think of it as not releasing it like releasing a rabid hound, not like that, but releasing it as in like it is no longer part of you. The universe can, you're clearing the energy with the crystal and with the candle while releasing that energy from you. So you're like sending it to the beyond, right? You are laying it to rest, you know? Anyways, you get what I'm saying. So, yes. So I have these darkness defense kits, and if you want them, they are $8 a piece. I could run a little flash sale and give you 10% off. But honestly, it takes a lot of time to put all this stuff together. So I don't want to really take much less than that. So I'll run a little flash sale and see if these darkness defense kits resonate with you. And I don't have many of them left because people have been snagging them up. All these, and it's just super convenient to all come in its own little box set. So, all right. And so if you want to get on that darkness defense kit, you got about 10 seconds to take advantage of the flash sale. Otherwise, I'm going to move on to the next little kit I actually have. All right. I don't think I have this one in the bin because I only have one left of it. So this is actually a $5 kit, and it is for emotional healing and forgiveness. And so this guy, it has a tea light that I have blessed with various herbs. And then it has a big old chunk of diopside crystal. And then I have a couple of lavender moon backflow incense cones. And so I include 2 cones because you can do 2 burnings, right? So you light 1 cone, light your candle. And so maybe you do this over a couple of, like, I would say for emotional healing and forgiveness spell kit, maybe doing it over, trying to think of the moon phase that I would do that in. I guess I would do it in a waning moon. So not a new moon. So in the waning phase of the moon. So between the full moon and the new moon, I would do this kit. which gives you a couple of weeks, right? It's always so hard to get in the timing, especially when celestial events only happen at certain times, obviously. But in waxing and waning magic, I mean, you have a couple of weeks because it'll, it takes a while. So, anyways, I have, like I said, I have one of these kits. So if anyone is interested in the emotional healing and forgiveness spell kits, I am going to load that. I don't think I have it in the bin, but I will add just a temporary item and emotional healing and forgiveness spell kit. And again, you can always give these kits to others who you feel may benefit from their magic. You don't necessarily have to buy them for yourself, because I know I often will pick up stuff like this, or like I create a lot of spell things for friends when they're going through stuff. So, all right. And then, okay. All right, so I'm just going to run this. Oh my goodness. Oh, geez. For 45 seconds. Okay, so I'm running the emotional healing and forgiveness kit for 45 seconds. And it is a $5 kit. Again, it comes with the tea light that I created, as well as 2 incense cones and a big chunk of diopside crystal. It is the only one I have. And because I've sold all the other ones. And, sometimes we need help kind of getting to that forgiveness part of an argument. It's easy to hold grudges, even though, like, it's easy in a way, but also not easy, because I don't know about you, but I find them really exhausting. And so I try to create tools for myself as well, like keeping myself in mind. And I'm like, okay, what would be really helpful to help me move beyond this, to help me get past this? And so that's kind of the headspace I was in when I created this kit. So, okay. Oh. Okay. How do you guys feel about funky little storage jars? So this one says Deadly Potions, and has a little skull and crossbones. And it has it's plastic, right? So it has a little pop jar. And I would love to run these. I have 3 of them. So like I said, one says Deadly Potions, and this one says Witch's Brew. And I have one more that says Human Eyeballs. So if you'd like, I can make a bundle item for these, and I would let these go for like $5 as a bundle. Otherwise, I'm going to run them for $2 a piece. So if you have thoughts on that, now is your time to speak up. Otherwise, I'm going to create a bin item for the individual jars. And I love funky little things like this, because I don't know, part of it is the whole idea, like, witches create their magic from like the Eye of Newt and Dead Man's Toes, right? Circa Hocus Pocus. But so I kind of lean into that a bit because I find it humorous, not because I necessarily identify with it. So having things like this on my shelves with like random stuff in it just kind of makes people come in and go, what are you up to now? Because that's literally my life. Yeah, so I'm going to create, I think I'll just create a bin item, do a temporary listing, and let's see here. Plastic, the witchy storage jars. And I have 3 of them. Sure, I'll list them. And then $2 a piece. Shipping profile. I think these are probably 4 to 7. Okay. Confirm. Okay. So I'm going to pin this. So, oh, I guess I just went to number 3. That's okay. I'm going to pin this instead. Okay. So I'm going to just kind of pull them out. And again, if you decide halfway into it that you would rather have them as a bundle, I can do that, providing they are all still available. So the first one, Deadly Potions. So if you are interested in the Deadly Potions storage jar, this has a rubber seal. Oh my goodness, drunk driving again. So it has a rubber seal. So it does have sort of an airtight seal. And this would be great for storing, you could put some herbs in here. You could put candy in here. I mean, really, the sky's the limit. And I mean, what a cool little graphic, right? I love the skull and crossbones and just sort of that, witchy Halloween vibe, because it's literally Halloween in my house all year round. So this is the jar number 1. I will pull the other 2 jars out for folks to bid on. Okay. So that is the first one. Okay. Second one will be the human eyeball jar. And run as auction. Start auction. All right. So there is the human eyeball jar. If you would like this as a storage jar, again, it has a rubber seal, and so it's pretty airtight to store like little snacks or candies or whatever in there. So that is certainly available if you are interested. And then I just have one more after this. If you're wanting to get a little spooky. So yeah, folks that are in chat right now in the show, I do have a few more items I haven't shown. A lot of it is art that I made. If that is something you are interested in seeing, please drop me some hearts or something in the chat to let me know, because I would love to have my art find some homes. Oh yeah, 2 Hustlers is like, I'm in. Okay. Let's put these jars away. Because, yeah. All right. Art. All right. So first I'm going to start with this little moon mushy one. So this is wood burned on reclaimed barnwood. And then this is a bin item that I will run a flash sale on. So I would normally sell this for $16, and today I'm letting it go for $12. And it does have a little toothy wall hanger on the back. And then after this, I do have some, thank you, 2 Hustlers. I do have some Major Arcana tarot card art that I'll be sharing after this. So if you would like this mushy friend, you got 5 seconds. We're in the red to take advantage of the flash sale today. Okay, I will put this down. All right, next up. I have a listing for the Major Arcana ones. Okay. So these are all original designs. I'm going to start with the Devil card. And that is this guy. Oh my goodness. I need more hands and more tables. Okay, so this is my flash sale. There we go. So running for $9.75. It is a 4x4. And you can see I even burned my little logo on the back. Isn't that fun? So then, so on the major arcana cards, I did put some of the, the attributes of the card. So as you can see, the devil card is obsession, domination, bondage, addiction, and overindulgence. And so I have 2 of these, but like I said, if you're interested in the devil card, just let me know. Otherwise, I will move on to the next major arcana card. Yeah, when I created the devil card, I was reading the description of it, and I'm like, someone who's into BDSM is going to look at this and go, exactly. Right? The whole bondage and domination part of it. Just saying. There's a kink for every person, and there's no shame in here. So the next 4x4 one, I'm going to start that flash sale. And it is strength. And so it has the lion with 2 roses, and then I have a little sun at the top, right? Because the lions are a solar animal. And so this is all about personal strength, right? So we have optimism, persuasion, patience, calm, inner strength, and courage. So if you would like to tap into the energy of the strength card, this little guy is perfect to hang in your space. And then last, I have 2 of the Empress card. And when I created these, let me see here. So first, the thing that differentiates these, so here's the Empress card. Let's see here. I want it close enough to read, far enough away so you can see the whole design. Let me see here. Let me run these flash sales. Boop. So her attributes are feminine power, prosperity and growth, and family and fertility. And again, these are all my original designs. And the back I painted with purple glitter paint. And when I created the little hanger, which is like this infinity symbol type hanger, I also beaded some fluorite beads onto. So I created a little bead design onto the hanger. Oh, thank you, 2 hustlers. Awesome. And then my other Empress one has blue apatite beads. So I will just run her in case someone else really would love to bring in that Empress energy into their space. And, she has the moon phases as well. And just standing in her power. And then the beaded hanger with the infinity symbol at the top. Yeah. And then, like I said, these are blue apatite beads. So you have that natural stone energy. Okay. Well, thanks for taking a look at her anyway. I'm excited that one of them is going home with 2 hustlers. Thank you. I was always the art kid. I was the weirdo art kid growing up. And so creating all different kinds of art has always been my thing. So I'm really excited that as an adult, I get to, share the things that I've always been passionate about with other people that are also passionate about those things. So thank you for appreciating that, 2 hustlers. Yeah. And, if you grew up that sort of nerdy, I was in band, I was in choir, I did acting, I did all that. Plus I did all different kinds of drawing and painting and all that. So anyways, I get to do that in other ways now. Yes. Yeah, I was in a few plays. I was in Annie. And then I also did a lot of competitive choir. That was a lot of fun. So for folks also enjoying moon energy, I do have a couple moon plaques that I created. Let me see. Moon plaque. Moon plaque. Yeah, here it is. Okay, so these normally go for 16, and I'm letting them go today for 12, and I have 2 of them. They are the same design. I just painted them different colors. So these are wood burned and then hand painted, and they say "Under the moon we all shine." And then the crescent moon, I actually meticulously put glue and silver glitter to really make it pop. And yeah, I used different painting techniques to give the lotus flower sort of like a, well, it's not really a lotus, but the flower is sort of like depth, you know. So yeah, I have that in red and I have it in purple. And yeah, here, I'll run it one more time in case you want to grab the purple one. But really, if you bid on it, it's sort of winner's choice. So yeah, if you'd like a cool like moon floral piece to put up on your wall, these are sealed. I do seal all of my painting, like wood burn painting things. So yeah, and we're in the red for the bidding. Okay. Well, thanks for taking a look at her anyway. Oh, and I didn't mention this. I guess I should have, but the backs are finished with um, paint splattered paper. So, because I like the little added detail. Anyways, so it goes down. I do. I do have a couple of books that I set aside for this sale. Let me see here. The first one, let me see. I think I have them as random book pulls. Random book. Book. Book pull. Why is this so hard? Oh, because I wasn't looking in the right area. No, I got this. Really? Okay, so for my $2 book pull, for anyone who may be interested, I'm going to pin this. It is a book about Zuni fetishism. So a fetish is another word for a puppet. So they create them for lots of different reasons. But if you are interested in learning more about Zuni fetishism, which again is the art of these sort of like totems, puppets, little protection idols from the Zuni tribe. I have this little paperback, and just it's a quick read, right? Um, yeah. So I have it running right now. So if you would like to bid on a book about Zuni fetishism, if you'd like to learn more about it, learn more about the Zuni culture, and about like this particular kind of crafting, this book is available to you, and I'd love to find her a home. So yeah, and I have it running right now for about another 20 seconds at $2. It's a paperback. It's in excellent condition, right? It was written by Ruth F. Kirk, and I think this is a very. Let me see here. When was this printed? It said the first printing was in 1988. So, okay. Well, thanks for taking a look at that. And my next book that'll be up is on world mythology. So this Honkin tome has all kinds of stories in it. It has like the Odyssey, Beowulf, the Iliad, Arthur, Indra, Loki, Thor, Romulus, Venus, Poseidon, Ishtar, Horus. So literally cultures from all over the world, and it has just a big, it's a big compendium. That's the word. It's a compendium of Oh, you have that book. Awesome, Two Hustlers. That's great. Yeah, I love folklore. I love to teach about folklore. Oh no, my phone is turning off. I think my battery is dying. Hang on. Oh no. Crap. My phone is totally dead. I might just have to end the show. Okay. Actually, I have to end the show. Because phone is totally dead and won't turn back on. That's all right. I was exhausted anyway, and all my orifices are dry. I will meet y'all back here tomorrow for a Teacup Tuesday and Weirdo Wednesday, or next Monday for a witchy show. Please check the bin. Buy it now. For items. Will gladly sell any item you find in the bin area after the show. Okay. Okay. Oh, no, I don't want to edit. I want to end show.